Hey guys, I'm going to give y'all a rundown on premolars so that you can tell the difference for the tooth walk. Okay, so I spent a lot of time today trying to figure these out. Let's go maxillary first, premolar. Alright, so for maxillary, they will have a central groove. What that is you see how that's divided right there? That's the central groove right there in the middle. And that's only on your maxillary premolars. Look, it's on the first one. It's also right here on the second one. You got that central groove. The mandibular right below, look, they don't have that. They don't have anything that divides them right down the middle. They look weird, but they do not have the central groove. So if you are trying to figure out maxillary versus mandibular, what do they have? All maxillary premolars have the central groove. Now, the next way you differentiate the maxillary from the mandibular is the mandibular are more rounded. See how that's kind of round looking? It's smoother. Like when you feel it, it's much smoother. Whereas these, do you see that? They have the sharp edges. Not rounded at all, right? Okay, so when it's not rounded and when it's got the central groove, it is a maxillary premolar. Now, how you know the maxillary first premolar? It is the only premolar out of all of them that has two roots. Okay? Maxillary first premolar, central groove, you know it's maxillary. It's also not round. Maxillary. It's got two roots. That's your first one. Okay? Now, your second maxillary premolar. Okay, look at it from whether you look at it this way or this way. See the cusps? Put your finger on the cusp that's the highest. There's a gap. In the first one, there's a gap that's much bigger. Your maxillary second, they're pretty close together. Do you see that? Central groove. So you know it's not the first, doesn't have two roots. It's got that central groove. And the cusps are super close together. Then you know it's a maxillary second. Alright. Now, on the bottom, let's go to your first premolar. Looks like, as Shannon Van Brackle says, a snake mouth. You see that? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Chomp, chomp. Looks like a snake mouth. Any way you look at it, okay? Now, your second one. No snake mouth. It's got that thing in the middle. Okay, the more you look at these, the more you'll see it. But see, there's no central groove that divides the whole thing. So you know it's mandibular. And then your first one, snake mouth. You see how that cusp over here, it's sharper. Again, there's more difference between the cusps. You see all that space? It's a first. Look at your second. They're almost even. You see that? Okay. So that is your premolar lesson. I hope it helped. If you need to know right from left, I think I'm thinking about doing a different video for that. But first you need to be able to know maxillary from mandibular. So hope that helps.